right, Canada, here we are. Tomorrow is Election Day, and this time it's not about picking your favorite lawn sign color.
Nope, this is about whether Canada stays Canada, or whether we become another broken toy Trump can brag about ruining on Fox News.
He's been threatening Canada for months, economically, politically, strategically.
Then he took a little break to do other useful things like screw Ukraine, arrest judges, deport innocent people to El Salvador, and torch what's left of American democracy.
But now, he's back! Right on cue, just in time for our election. In his latest Time magazine interview, he didn't walk anything back. He doubled down, saying he's not trolling when he talks about making Canada the 51st state.
And if the Conservatives get in, you better believe he'll move even faster. Trump claims the U.S. is taking care of Canada, and he flat out lies, saying America doesn't need our lumber, doesn't need our energy, doesn't need our factories.
He even claimed that there's hundreds of billions of dollars deficit with Canada, and said 95% of Canadians buy American, all of it complete garbage.
Trump knows that, but he also knows if he lies loudly enough, the MAGA crowd will swallow it up and cheer while he tears alliances apart.
And if you need a reminder of what Trump-style leadership looks like, just look at the Pope's funeral this week.
Trump, front row, blue suit, scrolling his phone, chewing gum during a state funeral at the Vatican. A man known for scams, bankruptcy, and paying hush money to porn stars is being honored at the Pope's funeral like some world statesman.
The Catholic Church already turned a blind eye to decades of child abuse, so it's no surprise that they rolled out the red carpet for a guy who couldn't pass a background check at Chuck E. Cheese.
This is the moral compass young conservative voters are flirting with. This is the world Trump wants.
And if we don't shut this down now, he'll treat our entire country like another failed Trump property. This is not paranoia. It's happening. And if we don't stand up now, there might not be a second chance.
Trump's out there bragging that America is taking care of Canada's military. Really?
Tell that to the Canadian soldiers who fought and died alongside Americans in Afghanistan. Tell it to the ones who fought and died in Iraq, in Libya, and the Balkans. Wars we stepped into because that's what real allies do. Canadian soldiers paid for it in blood, in lives, and in loyalty.
Meanwhile, Trump's out there acting like Canada's some lazy roommate living rent-free. It's an insult, and it's really a setup.
He's trying to gaslight Americans into thinking that they're carrying us. So when he moves to take our resources, our land, our water, they'll cheer him on.
And what about PP? He keeps saying Canada first, but we've seen what that looks like. Defunding the CBC. Just like Trump attacks the fake media, cracking down on woke universities, just like Trump at Harvard, dividing Canadians by region and by tearing down trust in public health, science, and every institution that actually holds this country together. All that straight out of the MAGA playbook.
Meanwhile, Mark Carney is not playing games. He said flat out, the US-Canada relationship as we know it is over. Even Jordan Peterson admitted on Joe Rogan that if Mark Carney wins, Trump will not have a more seasoned enemy in the West. Carney's very well connected, especially in Europe and the UK.
So for anyone thinking Poilievre is the guy who will stand up to Trump, even one of Canada's worst Canadians, Peterson himself accidentally endorsed Carney. Carney has the policies and the experience. He knows how to protect Canada's economy without begging Trump for permission. Trump is not some mastermind. He's a guy who bankrupted 4 casinos, a steak brand, a fake university, a vodka line, and countless others. And somehow half of America still thinks he's a businessman.
And now Canadians are flirting with electing his mini-me. Are we serious? To the young voters, look, we get it. We were young once too, believe it or not. We didn't have money for a house either. We had sheets for curtains, milk crates for coffee tables, a futon if we were lucky.
I had 5 roommates in college and we were all splitting the rent. And you know what? It was the time of our lives.
Youth is supposed to be a little bit hard. It's supposed to build character. It's supposed to teach you how to build the life you want, not hand you a mortgage the second you graduate.
Dave and I didn't buy our house until 2020. Before that, we were renting renting, staying with friends and family, all while working around the world and building a business. And you know what? We were living a more full life than anyone that owned a home. We had freedom and we had choices.
You don't need a house straight out of college to prove anything. Go live your life.
And a message to young voters leaning conservative because they're furious they can't afford a house right now? Think bigger.
Because if you think Pierre Poilievre is your solution, let's talk about what is actually in his costed platform.
Sure, he's dangling a GST break on homes under 1.3 million. Sounds great, right? But at what cost?
25,000 public sector jobs slashed, most from healthcare, education, and transit. Environmental protections gutted. Affordable housing projects are being sold off to private developers with zero rules. National childcare, dental, and pharmacare, no expansion on those.
And let's not forget, Poilievre isn't an economist like Carney. He's a career politician who's never managed an economy. He's never navigated a global crisis and never built anything outside a TikTok soundbite.
You're not voting for change. You're voting to tear down the very things that make Canada survivable during tough times.
You're voting to turn Canada into America light. Sky-high rents. No healthcare when you need it. Did you know he's voted against that every time? Think about it. You may need to choose between paying your rent or paying your doctor's bill.
And waiting at the end of the road, there's Donald Trump smiling, holding a sold sign.
You want real change? You build it. You vote for it, you fight for it, and you don't burn it down and hand the ashes to guys like Poilievre and Trump.
Here's the blunt truth. If you split the vote between Liberal and NDP, congratulations. You've just handed the keys to the Trump North fan club.
The NDP is not forming government. They know it, we know it, you know it.
Every single vote counts double right now. One for Carney, one against chaos.
And don't kid yourself, a conservative minority is not some kind of checks and balance. It's a suicidal leap into Trumpism, and Canada will not come back from that.
And if you still think Poilievre's offering something honest or new, look closer.
He's flat out lying in the final week of his campaign. He's claiming there's a $20,000 tax coming on gas and diesel cars. That's a total fabrication. He's claiming the Liberals are planning a tax on home equity. Complete fiction. Sound like someone you know?
Trump. And good luck calling him out, because he's shut reporters out of his campaign just like Trump did. No questions, no accountability, no truth.
This isn't common sense. It's con artistry dressed up in a blue tie.
Poilievre does not stand for Canada. He stands for division, deregulation, and Donald Trump's way of doing business. Lie, deny, and destroy.
So here's what you have to do. Go to SmartVoting.ca right now and look up your riding.
Most of the time, vote Liberal. But if you're in a place like Vancouver Island where it's a weird split between Conservatives and NDP, vote NDP to block the Conservatives.
If the Liberals can't win a riding, we need the next best team player, because at least we all know the Liberals and the NDP can work together for Canadians.
And Pierre Poilievre, he only works for himself and the billionaires egging him on. So we crowned our worst Canadian, Jordan Peterson. So let's showcase Canada's legends, the ones who many people don't even realize are Canadian. While we're voting, let's remember, Canada is still the land of opportunity. And no matter where you are in the world, a Canadian is always proud to call this country home. This is it, Canada. Tomorrow is everything.
Vote smart. Vote strategic, vote for the future you actually want to live in. But most importantly, get out and vote.
It's a choice between Canada's future or Trump's chaos.
And join us after the vote, because a fight for the better world doesn't stop at the ballot box.
And a quick reminder, Travel Tuesdays are back. New adventures, new stories, and yeah, we're still standing guard for democracy, decency, and determination.
And if you want to show your Canadian pride, check out our new Planet D merch store.
Canadian made, designed by us, for all of you who believe in standing strong and standing proud.
Get it now at the link below. And rep Canada, rep democracy, and rep the fight.
And if you're not already subscribed to our channel, make sure to subscribe. Click on that bell for all the notifications, because we post polls, opinions, shorts, and videos all week long. But more importantly, leave a comment, Stay loud and stay free.